Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Robert Scott.
Clint Wallace. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
And we're live from Scotland. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're here in Tallahassee, and the temperature's dropping, and as you can tell, it's starting to look a lot like Christmas around here.
Yeah.
And Clint's already starting to laugh.
Robert's our resident Christmas elf. He's got us ready to go here.
Right. So, hope everybody's staying warm as it continues to get cold this week. But today, and I hit on this a little bit last week, we're going to start talking a little bit more, Clint, as you know, about things that we see in our practice that other people may have questions about, and it could really impact them on a daily basis. So, hey, how are you? And
it's live.
Yeah, it is. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about animal attacks, dog bites, those types of things. You know, we practice in Florida and Georgia, and it's very different laws.
Sure, right.
So I'll flip to you with that.
Kick it off.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start with Florida. In Florida, we have something called strict liability for dog bites and for animal attacks. And what that means is normally you have to prove that somebody was negligent in causing a damage to happen. In Florida, the law deems that if you have a dog and it attacks somebody, you're automatically deemed negligent, absent a few very minimalistic exceptions.
Provoking the animal.
Right. Yeah, so bottom line is if your dog attacks somebody, you are liable for that attack.
In Florida.
In Florida, okay.
Now flip it over to Georgia.
Yeah, so we also practice in Georgia. Why don't you tell them about the difference?
Yeah, so under Georgia law, and the Supreme Court recently in Georgia in the last few years has kind of dialed back the law a little bit as far as Georgia really would require absolute knowledge or you knowing that your dog had bitten somebody or attacked somebody before they hold you responsible for a subsequent attack or bite.
Yeah.
Now there's some exceptions to that, but generally speaking, under Georgia law, the dog owner will have to have some sort of knowledge that the dog is dangerous. So it's not the same as under Florida law where you don't have to have any knowledge. You know, you could have a perfectly docile animal that you're walking through the park and all of a sudden it attacks somebody. Under Florida law, you're liable for that. Under Georgia law, you may not be.
And some people call the Georgia situation the one free bite rule.
Right. And so, if you're in Georgia and you're around an animal that you suspect may be vicious, you may want to make sure that dog owner knows what you've observed. You share with them that the dog was, like, say, barking at a child or lashing out at a child or trying to bite a child, for example, because if something down the road were to happen, now you can prove that the owner knew that dog may be dangerous.
Yeah, you call animal control and follow right.
Exactly.
So now, not only do we get calls about dogs biting people, we've recovered for people that have other types of situations. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, we've had some cases in the past. Again, getting under under Florida law, which is it's a more favorable law for an injured plaintiff. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It is, and so we've recovered for people that we had a case one time where an elderly woman was standing around talking to someone that had a dog, and the dog started running around her, wrapped her legs up, she fell. I can't remember if she broke her arm or her shoulder, but it was a very serious injury, and we ultimately recovered for her because although it wasn't a bite, it was still it falls right under the strict liability law in Florida.
Sure. We had a call this week where somebody was riding a bike down the St. Mark's bike trail, and a dog ran and hit the front wheel and caused him to fall off, and he broke his shoulder.
Right. So it may sound like some more of an unusual circumstance, but the law is what the law is, and so we abide by the law, and we will attempt to help people that are injured as a result of an animal.
Yeah. So, now, we get a lot of calls from people that call because their dog got in a fight with another dog, and they have veterinary bills or things like that. They want to know if their dog has a claim.
Right, and well, first of all, under Florida law, a dog is considered property.
Right.
So, I have dogs. You had dogs. They're part of your family. A lot of people think that way, but under the law, they're property. So, if your dog was killed in an attack, God forbid, but something like that happened, you're not entitled to pain and suffering damages. You're non-economic damages. It's all what is the value of the dog.
Right. It's no different than if your car got hit and you had to repair the car.
Right. That's right.
That's the status of the law there.
Yep.
But bottom line, if you or somebody you know has been injured by a dog in any way, been bitten or a dog wrapped them up or knocked them off their bike, give us a call.
Okay.
We're happy to look into it and see if we can help. And as always, there's no cost to call us and run a fact scenario by us to see what we think about it.
Absolutely. Any questions, Megan?
No questions. You got people watching, but no questions.
All right. Well, everybody stay warm out there, and we'll be back with you next Tuesday.
Okay, have a great day.
See ya.